Hey there, I have a message for you. Did you know I have hundreds of detailed tutorials showing on a step-by-step in how to cut and style all types of hair in my app? Plus, you can be part of a private community where you can ask all your questions directed to me and of course, connect with barbers all over the world. If you want to become a barber with a high performance and make six-figure a year, join us. The link is on the description on this video. Welcome back to Invictus Barber Academy, Invictus Barber Modern Blueprint course. Today here I have Manny Manuel. It's very interesting style, very interesting type of hair that we're gonna work it on here today, and beautiful. You guys are gonna see how it's gonna come out. But Manny, talk to me, show me what you like, boss, today. What we're gonna do today?
So basically what I'm thinking is I want to keep a lot of the length of it, just cut out maybe just like the ends, you know,
Okay.
the split
Similar
ends.
to that?
And on the side here, I'm thinking the sides of the hair do like a fade, kind of taper.
Oh,
And
nice.
stop right there about the ear.
Okay,
Just taper just that side there, right there.
awesome. Amazing.
So cool.
Let me check it out, the length. Nice, let's do it. It's gonna come out beautiful. All right, guys, before we start, I want to tell you guys what I identify here, what I should do, what I should not do. The first thing I did look for was his face shape, bone structure, hair texture, density, and trying to identify what I'm gonna do with this type of hair, okay? First of all, he wants to just trim, and most of the time he tie his hair up here, right? Do like a man bun or so. That's why he wants to do like a taper fade here on the side. And I'm just going to trim a little because his hair is curl, and then once I cut it, will react. If I cut an inch, might be react an inch or two. So that's why I'm gonna cut like only a tiny bit, just even it out everything. It's a curly hair, and I can't cut too much because he's not going to be able to tie that up and do a man bun. If I cut too short and creating layers, too much layers, what's gonna happen if it's too short, it's gonna blow, it's gonna look like an afro, he's never gonna be able to tie it up, he's not gonna have enough length. And checking on the whole head, what I was checking in his frontal bone, in his fringe, the hair, we have baby hair, like a very small differentiate from here, from back, from the top. So in this area the hair is short. We cannot do anything about this for now, but from that backwards here we're gonna trim it, and this we're just gonna have patience and time to let it grow, okay? But also I'm going to do flat layers because I'm gonna cut just a small, and whenever he wants to make the hair loose and more natural without tying up, making a man bun, it's gonna let it go natural and curly, and it's gonna look more square, more masculine, because right now it has no shape. So that's everything what I'm gonna do here today. And let's go and let me explain to you and show you the step-by-step and how I work with this type of hair, which is a very curly hair, right? And it's gonna come out beautiful. What I did before, I showed you guys while the hair was dry and natural, so you guys could see how full it is, how much density. And I did shampoo his hair twice, apply a little bit of conditioner, I already detangle. Now I got my clips. I'm going to take all my sections and start working. Manny, let's do it. Guys, the first thing what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take big square panels on top and sides, organize the hair by separating the hair, the top from the sides, allow me to work more free, more comfortable, and more organized. And then what happened is I can put my focus on each section, each subsection, each panel, and then take my subsections, mapping out the hair, and I'm gonna put my focus on each one of those sections. So guys, I'm twisting my first square panel here on top. You see, I'm gonna work more organized. I'm gonna clip this hair here, and then I'm gonna take another panel here, another panel on the other side, and multiple panels back here because this area back here is wider, so that's why I'm gonna take multiple panels. Put it down, Manny. So here I got my line from the top where my apex start finishing and connecting with the crown, where it start like the contours of the head start turning into the crown. That's where my line on the top is. And now I'm gonna take a big panel following the line a finger width behind the ear. I'm going to groom everything to my hands and make sure that I'm going to tie this up really good so this thing won't bother me, the hair won't bother me while I'm sectioning and taking my subsections to be able to cut this hair. Guys, you see this line right here? I'm just following straight down behind the ears. When you have a hair like this, most of barbers are like scary, they don't know what to do. But it's very simple and easy because by kind of mapping out the hair with sectioning the hair, you can put a focus in one spot and each section at a time. Very easy. In this case here, we're gonna do a taper fade on both temple bones, and we're gonna give him an outline in his nape, no taper, because I don't want to cut much in the back. But the idea is trim first and then I'm gonna do the taper. So back here, I'm gonna take few panels. I'm gonna section the hair on the center first. To the nape, divide the hair, take one panel from here to here, taking everything out of my way, another one here. Twist it. Put everything up. And now I'm going to take another two here so I can start working on the bottom. Oh guys, cool haircut. You see, I took all the sections, big square sections, one on the top, one here on this side, one here on this side, and multiple here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this, on this hair here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull everything down, straight down, 0 degree, and I'm gonna choose my length, and from that length, I'm gonna cut the whole top, the whole hair. So, but before I start cutting, remember when I mentioned to you guys I'm not tapering here, because if I taper here, I'm gonna cut a lot of this natural hair. What I'm gonna do after I cut everything and tape both sides, I'm going just lining up very natural, using as much hairline possible, not going deep or deep inside the hairline. I'm just gonna keep natural here. That's what I'm gonna do. So now grooming all the hair downwards. So grooming the hair with this side of the comb, and now when I'm cutting, I'm flipping with a very thin side of the comb with the bristles that is very close to each other. Can you tilt a little bit down? Good. I'm just gonna trim, that's what he wants. I'm gonna trim like a less than an inch. Is that okay, Manny? Okay, see, I'm putting tension, but at the same time, I know how much the hair will react back. You react like an inch back. So this is enough. I'm not gonna cut too much. but I'm pulling every single thing down in 0 degree, and guess what? The hair is reacting just a little, and we're gonna have enough length to tie the hair as a man bun on the top whenever he wants. And the same tension and the same elevation I use here, I'm going to have to use all around here. Just checking. Cool. Beautiful hair, beautiful. So now guys, I have my length, which is this one, and I'm going to pull everything in flat layers, which is going to give me a square shape. Okay, it's gonna give me a lot of movement, a lot of texture, but the thing is, since the hair is still long, it's going to be able to tie it up, and it's not gonna look like a fro at first because it have enough length. So now guys, since I pull everything 0 degree, I'm gonna take one section on the center, okay, in vertical, come from the side, and now I have to find my guide and just trim in vertical. Now this is going to be my traveling guide, which is gonna travel all around the head to cut everything from here. So every time I take one new section, I kind of take a little bit of my old section to be my guide. Very easy to cut this hair, very easy. You just need to follow the haircut principles and that's it. Very easy. I'm taking vertical sections. So this was my guide on the center. I'm gonna section out on the half of that and get a new one. So all my sections needs to be very small, so I will be able to see my next section. It needs to see very thin and small, so I see the next one, and I can cut my next through the old one. And you also can position your body behind and use your finger vertical and cut this way too. It's just a body position change, and the angle of your finger are the same, but the only change is the tip of your finger will point up and this way will point down. So now I have my length cut down here. Now I have my square layered, and I'm going to release 2 blocks, 2 panels, square panel, from everything downwards together with the one that I just cut it, put it down, and I'm going to take another section on the center, and then now I have, you see this part down here, I already cut it. I just need one piece, which is going to be my length. So my center guide, and then this is going to be my traveling guide to cut my next. My traveling guide, it is on my side, and my comb is coming from this way, so I can lift the hair, lift my guide, and see my guide that is under here. So now I have here 2 sections. I'm gonna section out the center, just a tiny bit to focus on my next one. Groom it. This hair I don't need it, I don't need it. Pull everything squared out, check for guide, and cut. Trying to groom everything, the same tension you used on your first section, you have to use in every single strand of hair, because that way you're going to be consistent in shape and length. Man, you trust me or what?
Sure.
Thank you, sir. It's gonna look good, man. Just trim it like an inch. It's going to look like more healthy. Now my comb is coming from inside, because now I want to lift my guide, and now my guide could be seen here and could be seen from the bottom as well, from beneath. Guys, I'm not using any over direction or anything. All I'm using is pulling the hair square, straight out of the head, back. So I'm releasing another 2 panel, square panel. Detangle a little bit. The hair always needs to be damp, especially when you're cutting with scissors, because you have more control of your hair, you have more control of your sections. See, I'm going to take a vertical sections on the center and continue to do the same thing. So that's my vertical section here. I'm gonna cut following my guide from here, from beneath, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on both sides, but I can get my guide from here, from the bottom, from beneath, or I can get my guide from my first section, which can be my traveling guide towards to cut the whole head around here and around here. So here, for instance, I'm grooming straight back, straight back, and find my guide. With my guide is right here, and I'm cutting flat layers. So now I cut this one section. Now come from the sides, it's better so you guys can see it. Groom the hair. Pulling the hair 90 degrees. My guide is under here, beneath, or can be inside. Cut every single strand of hair, don't leave anything behind. Take another section. Retention, find your guide. last one here. Everything out 100% 90 degree, and you cut it, check for imperfections. That's it. Start all over on the other side the same. I applied a little bit leave-in condition to help me cut and make the hair like wet and damp for longer while I'm cutting with shears. And you can also use leave-in condition, and also you can use grooming. I showed you guys the other day what grooming is. Grooming has some memory, which means that the hair can glue together. When you dry, the hair stay in place as well, has a little bit of hold. Pull everything out. So the sides are done, and then I'm gonna cut, the back are done, and I'm gonna cut both sides now. So here guys, I cut the whole back. Now I'm releasing the sides, okay? And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take one section from the back, and I'm going to use as a guide to cut the sides, okay? But what I'm gonna do, so since I cut everything from behind here, I cut everything pulling straight towards the nape here back. So now I'm gonna take one piece, one section, and drive all the way to the side. That's gonna be my guide, and I'm creating a corner right here, which is gonna give me a square shape. So now I'm going to be able to find the guide from the back, which is right here, and I'm cutting. Finger straight. So now I can finish cutting the whole sides following this guide now. So I took a new sections from the side, following my guide. My guide now, it is in here, and I'm on this way. My comb is growing from inside, and I'm pulling all the way. And I use my comb to find my guide. So here we go. You can clip the hair that you're not cutting. If it's bothering you, you can clip the hair away from you. As you can see, my finger are in 90 degrees. Straight out, find your guide. Here the hair tends to be shorter because this part of the head, top and here is kind of like more hot, more warm. The hair tends to be shorter a little bit, having baby hair around the hairline. So now I'm cutting whatever I can just to even it out everything. So now this side, can you tilt a little bit? So I have the back side of the hair and the sides. So I'm gonna take one section from here and one section from the sides. But now I'm kind of pulling the hair from the back to the side so I can create a square shape shape and create corners right here, because I don't want to round off too much, make some thing that is going to be round and soft for him, because he's a man. We need to create something that more structured for him. Working with the small sections, clean sections, your results always going to be clean as well. The outcome, the shape, the details, clean sections, clean results. Let's release the top. I'm gonna apply a little bit more leave-in condition. I'll keep the hair damp while I'm sectioning. So now the big square panel, I'm gonna take one profile guide from the center, and of course I'm going to clip, because I'm working with a lot of hair. Clip it here, take one profile center. That's gonna be my profile guide. Connect the back and side with the top, and also my length. So that's my profile guide. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drive something from back here. When I mean something, when I say something, is a guide, a piece from everything I have done from the sides to be able to cut the top. Now I'm going to use one piece from here, from back. I'm gonna drive everything up here, and I'm going to cut the top following a piece following the length from back here. Once you work with the long hair, you have to be patient, groom at all times. I have a small piece from here, from the back, right here. Okay, still working on the top, my profile. Since now I found my guide from behind, now I'm just gonna follow straight through. My guide is right here, and I'm cutting. So now I'm going to release one side, and I'm gonna groom everything to this side and take vertical sections. Okay, and my guide is going to be on the center here, and I'm cutting everything flat, following my guide on the center. One, my guide is just right here on the center. I'm straight behind. I'm making his hair, everything even. If he doesn't want to cut his hair for another 12 months, he can do it. Just let it grow, and everything is gonna grow even. Let's see what I got here. Just trim. So now releasing the other side, I'm gonna section out a piece of my guide, which is gonna be in the center, and I'm going to groom to the left hand side and do the same thing. Pulling everything straight up. Ooh, my guide's perfect right here. Visible. Groom. Let me see if there's anything behind here, just to check. Almost nothing. Continue. Remember guys, the same tension. Pulling all my sections straight up, vertical. It's time for the connection. What I'm doing here, I'm gonna take a small section from the top, a guide from the top, that is gonna allow me to connect with the sides, okay? And back. So now I can take a small section from here, pull out flat layers and cut whatever is left. What you're gonna see is, you're gonna see a piece, small piece, a small guide from the top, from here, and you're gonna see a small guide from the bottom, from here, and on the center, or it's going to be longer. So zoom out of your way. This is the connection, okay? Let me show here pretty quick for you guys. So 90 degree. Pull 90 degree. Now the small section from the bottom and a small bit from the top, and I just connect the center, and that's it. We're not cutting length anymore, guys. We're not cutting length. So now from behind, I'm pulling everything straight back. So there's just a tiny bit here. Almost nothing here. Let me see. Almost nothing too. So now I'm going to do the left hand side using the same technique. Take one section, pulling 90 degree, and just cutting. Pick another one, 90, pull, and find where it needs to be cut. Nothing here. So now I'm done with trimming, with like cutting the length and creating the shape. Now I'm going to section his hair to start working with the taper. It's time to find a perfect spot to do my taper. Look, the hair from here is behind the ears. I don't want to cut here because once he ties up, the hair is gonna look short in here, and when it start grow, it's gonna look weird, and it's gonna have to come here at the barbershop constantly, and every time this is gonna look ugly. What I'm gonna do a low separation here, diagonal, where the hair starts natural on behind the ears here. The hair starts natural right there, and that's what I'm going to cut, is just that piece over here. And then I tie this hair, I clip it, and then I'm gonna work with this hair here. I'm debulking this with 1.5, okay? The idea of tapering and cutting on the sides here is because he wants to look more clean, he wants to have a style, but at the same time leaving the hair a little longer so he can put it as a ponytail, release the hair, use natural. So I debulk. I'm using my zero close, mark my graduation line, remove the remaining hair. Now I'm gonna do zero and below with trim and shaver. Now my trimmers, shaver, first graduation line with half closed, so finish blending the line with half open, zero open, and closing my lever slowly. Now, since I debulk with 1.5, I did create my first graduation line zero and below, and then I did my second graduation line guideline with which was with half closed. Blend that line with zero open all the way to close lever. Now I just need to work my way down, meaning that blending down everything from 1.5 to 0, using one open, one halfway closed using my lever, see how it's coming out. So now half, I'm using my half back, I put my half back just to work on details. Want to blend his beard here already. I'm working on my hairline. I want to keep it natural, okay? I don't want to dig it into his hairline. Take the hair away. Don't cut the hair behind the ears. Just connect here. The hair needs to be long, so he wants to clip it up as a ponytail, and done. As you can see, that taper, beautiful. So here again, trying to find my natural line. I'm gonna take one section. So now I'm picking some hair from behind the ear. I don't want that. I'm gonna stop right above the ear. Look, the hair is from the sides, not from behind the ears. Groom everything up. Don't try to make this line even, because if you make even, like going diagonal back, you're gonna hit here, which is behind the ears. Just take what is necessary. Now I'm gonna debulk this. 1.5 closed. Work with cautious, work with patience. Use the fine side of the comb, smaller bristles. Lift the hair away and scoop. Don't cut the hair from the top, because otherwise when he ties the hair up, it's going to show some baby hair here, so we don't want that. 0, closed. Trimmer. Shaver. Second graduation line, half closed. Blend the line that is remaining over there. Zero open and closing the lever, scooping. Now it's time for detail using the corners, and now I'm gonna blend it down everything from 1.5 to 0 here. Starting with one open, hold with the comb, scooping, closing the lever, closing my lever. I'm going to use half again, just on working on detail. Same height, consistent in length, consistent in shape. Work with the corners now. My outline. My outline. Guys, always trying to maintain your outlines natural, because this part grows so fast and your client doesn't want to come to you and spend money and be at the shop every weekend to make this fresh, right? So take the head away, you see the hair is from there, just trim and connect in here, and that's it. Leave it natural, don't cut it. Let me work on his beard here. Lots of beard, oh my gosh. Just kidding. So here, using my straight razor, just to make my outline like crispy and sharp. So now guys, I'm working on the nape outline here. So now I'm focused on leaving whatever strand is long that he's going to be able to put all together and tie up here. I put up the hair so I could like section the hair here, just the small baby hair, the small piece. You see, very, very natural. Don't cut the long length from the top. Okay. I'm gonna groom here everything so I don't cut this length, because whenever he wants to put that up, the sides here just a little bit. Don't go deep with your lines, with your outlines. As you guys can see, very, very natural. Now here, now using my straight razor just to clean and make that line sharp. I'm applying a little bit of pomade, spread well in my hand. Pomade is gonna give me a little bit of a shine, a glossy look. And I'm going to maintain his curl, and I'm going to use a diffuser to dry his hair, and I'm going to show you how do I use a diffuser. And also one thing, I'm going to use a little bit of sea salt spray. It's going to help me dry out like fast, dry the hair fast. Now squeezing the hair. And after I apply, I'm gonna apply the sea salt spray. And after I apply the sea salt spray, I'm gonna dry. He can wear his hair in multiple ways. One of them, spark them on the center here, leave it natural, curly, and he can wear the way he came the other day. He came with the hair up like this, and then he's gonna have the nape very clean, and he's gonna have the tapered on both sides very clean. It's gonna look sexy, right, Manny? And now, but today I'm going to dry and make these curls, beautiful curls, stand out and show everything I worked here, all the energy, all the technique that I use, my vision, the desired style. That's what I wanna make it and enhance this haircut today, this hairstyle. Sea salt spray. Why I use sea salt spray? Because sea salt is gonna help me the hair dry fast, but dry in its most natural texture and look, most natural forms. I'm gonna use the diffuser now. Before I use the diffuser, let me spread the product first, and then I'm going to squeeze the hair a little bit more. Comb that is wider, okay. Loosen out the hair a little bit. The hair parts natural right there, here on the center. To use my diffuser in a low heat and low pressure. Low heat and low pressure. So now I just want to start drying from here. I want to maintain my curls. I'm picking up the hair and pull inside the diffuser here. The sea salt spray is gonna help the hair dry more fast in its most natural position, natural look. Always squeezing the hair, don't blow the hair. Guys, notice I'm squeezing the hair with my diffuser beneath my hands because I want to maintain my curl. When the hair is long like this, guys, what happens is the ends, it doesn't get enough minerals, enough vitamins, enough protein and keratin that your body produces, and the ends always going to be a little like weaker. So that's why you need, if you have a hair like this, you need to cut your hair at least once or twice a year, just trimming, just to getting away from cutting the ends that doesn't look healthy, you know. but to be able to create something nice, be able to create something neat and clean, everything in life takes time. Nothing in life is like done. You wake up and then it's done, right, Manny? Then it's ready. You have to create yourself, not find yourself in life. Once again, I showed you how to cut different type of hair, and this hair was a type curly hair, and I did flat layers. I divide multiple panels, one on the top, big one, two on one on this side, one on each side, and I did like 4 back here, and I start cutting my length from the nape, put everything 0 degree. I cut my length, and then I put and then I section the hair, divide my big panel in subsections, but the subsection I took was like flat layers, where it was vertical subsections, and then I cut flat against the head, pull everything out to the sides, to the back, the top out straight up, and then I create my shape, which was a square shape. And we layered this hair, but we have enough length here. As you can see, we have enough length. He's gonna pull he can use this hair style in multiple ways. One is dividing, separating his hair on the center, which is gave me a natural part here. That's what happened. He came here the other day like just looking like this. That's why I noticed, and then while I was working on his hair and analyzing his hair, I saw the hair parts here naturally right in the center. So, and he can also tie the hair up like a ponytail, and then it's gonna look neat, because now we do have a taper fade here on both sides, and the nape we did a regular outline, and this is the result. I hope you guys like. Thank you very much for watching, and keep going, keep growing, and I'm here for you guys. Thank you very much, Manny.
Thank you so much.
This is a very, very, very difficult model to find, and thank you for coming. That's huge support for the barbering family, bro.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. I see you in the next class.